to the Fantasia Film Festival, and we have 3 lovely guests today. The makers of Resolution. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves and tell us your role in the film?
You guys want to play rock, paper, scissors to see who goes first?
You go first.
No,
just do it.
David Lawson, producer.
Justin Benson, writer, co-director, producer.
And Aaron Moorhead, co-director, cinematographer.
Well, welcome. And so let's just start very basic. So if people have no idea what your film is about, could you give them any indication as to what they might expect? I know that might be difficult. I saw the film. You can't really summarize it in 2 words, but give it a go.
Do we only have 2 words to do?
You only have 2 words.
Oh.
Let me try. I've never done this before, but let me try.
words.
Let me just try it. You guys cool with that?
Yeah.
Can one of the words
Yeah.
be Batman?
No, I'm not doing
Are
this word,
hyphenated words counted as 1 or 2 words?
Batman is 1 word.
Right, but if it was
it's not
hyphenated.
the Batman, it's
Right.
just a man who's a bat, then
Right.
it's 2 words.
Right.
All right.
You know too much about that.
Here, I'm going to try to give the one-line synopsis, but I've never done it. Resolution is the story of a young man who imprisons his estranged junkie best friend in a cabin in the woods and forces him through a week of sobriety. The events of that week are manipulated by something that I won't give away here because I don't want to give away the mystery to the viewers and you and everyone else. In the most general sense, it is a horror film, but it's a very prominent character drama, and it has some really great dark humor as well.
I think that was very accurate.
That's pretty good.
I've never said that before. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I thought of it
Weird.
like when you said
Sounded like we wrote it
Batman.
down like months
It
ago
was
and
the
memorized
Batman
it.
that really
Yeah.
triggered it.
Yeah.
So yeah, anything else to add? I think that was pretty
No,
concise.
that's pretty spot on.
Mhm.
So, let's continue.
Sure.
So, storytelling in general plays a really big role in Resolution. It's, I hate using the word, but it's kind of meta. I'm going to jump right in and say, the first stories that cavemen were telling each other, what do you think they were about? And do you think that has anything to do with your film?
Yeah, it's everything to do with our film,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah, absolutely. The first caveman stories were probably about conflict and hunting and primal stuff. I would guess
Women.
that the cavemen would be savvy enough to put boobs and blood in their cave paintings.
Yeah.
We, strangely enough,
We're
have
not
strangely
savvy
like
enough.
evolved backwards. So, yeah.
So we've kind of established this film is a horror film, touches on lots of different things. What about the horror genre appeals to you, either in terms of filmmaking or as a film, or as a viewer?
Well, it's also about what the horror genre is that you get a lot of the benefits of other genres plus the the primal fear. You know, I mean that's one of those things you can connect with people so easily just by scaring the hell out of them, you know, because and that's like such a strong emotion. And you know, but our film, luckily, we also have a lot of comedy and drama and stuff like that. And like, you know, you get really strong emotions from dramatic scenes as well. So and we get to do all of that with Resolution. It's all over. It's a big mishmash. So.
Like if you can make people cry and make them laugh and scare the shit out of them, like what's better than that? What else do you get from a movie?
It's pretty cool.
It's the best combination of everything,
Right?
basically.
And they all complement each other.
You heard it here. Resolution, the best combination of everything.
Aside from your own film, when you're going to see a new horror film, what do you look for? I mean, the genre is arguably constantly changing and yet always staying the same. You have to, and when you're doing an independent film versus a big budget, I don't know if you guys saw Cabin in the Woods, for example.
Love Cabin in the
Cabin
Woods.
in the
Love
Woods.
it, love it,
So,
love it.
so good.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
what are you looking for when you're seeing a new horror film?
Personally, I look for, this isn't just horror films, I guess, but just any movie that takes kind of a unique risk is attractive to me. And so and a lot of the time in horror films where you can, you know, like Cabin in the Woods, where it kind of like steps outside its own bounds, you know, and there's plenty of other really amazing horror films that aren't just like the same. There's plenty that are the same story told slightly differently, you know, but there's also so many that have come out, you know, every once in a while that are just something wildly different, you know. And even if it's not that great, like if they have an idea behind it that's so cool that kind of like, you know, makes it risky, that's appealing.
What about the film setting? What drew you to it? Because it really contributes to the atmosphere. It's really strange.
We actually got a call from the angel Gabriel, and he said, just follow your heart.
This
and
is true.
We ended up on set after traveling for 3 days
Really?
through the forest without eating.
We actually piggybacked. Just
Yeah.
took turns You know, so you didn't have to walk all the way there.
And there was the cabin, and it was honestly there was actually a light shining on it, but it was just a cloudy day with the sun. It was not like God doing that.
There was another somewhat compelling reason, much smaller, and it was that it was the only location available to us.
It was a good location.
And
I mean,
the only one we
really
could afford. And on a touchy-feely note, I did explore that location as a child, and I found it really creepy.
Don't cry.
And I wrote it
Don't cry,
into
dude.
the script. A lot of the stuff I dealt with in my early adolescence was dealt with there. Sometimes I would just sit on the porch of that cabin and just think about like things, and existential things. Actually.
Yeah. He actually cured cancer in his mind one time there, but he forgot.
He was young.
Yeah, he was only 14.
What do you guys have upcoming? So you have another film in the works?
We've got
Actually,
like 3 films in
you
the
have
works.
3 films in the
He
works.
does. I'm gonna become an airline pilot. I'm done with this.
That's a really cool job, though.
They
You're
actually-
flying really big planes.
They fired me. I'm not even here
Yeah.
with them.
You're
They had already
them?
bought the airline tickets and
Yeah.
stuff, and then the
Yeah.
rooms were all worked out.
Yeah,
So,
so
and
they're like, well, might as well.
So our next 3 projects. You wanna do Strata? I'll do Spring.
Sure. Strata is about a rugged ex-special forces soldier and a drugged-up ecobiologist who are sent up on this vague mission into rural backwoods Eastern Europe, where they find themselves stuck in a sealed-up, abandoned 14th century castle. Things turn bloody in there when they make a really, really horrifying discovery that I
But
won't
don't give it away
here.
right now.
I'm not going to give it away right now.
Okay.
It's like Resolution. It's genre bending as Resolution is, because it's part horror movie, part action movie. It's really fucking funny, and people have called it Lost put through a meat grinder. By people, I mean us 3. and no, we're really excited. We are, in all sincerity, really excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that film's in the co-production market here.
That is.
So that's in the co-production
Frontiers?
market. Yeah,
Yes.
Frontiers. And then so we have another project that we're working out called Spring,
Yeah.
which is about a young man who's in a personal and legal tailspin, who flees to Italy, and more or less kind of restarts his life, where he meets a beautiful, amazing girl that very unfortunately has an extremely dark secret.
Don't give it away.
Oh, I'm not going to give it away right here, but she has
Nothing given away right here.
no giveaways. But she has a very dark secret that we like to say that relationship monsters start to become a little more literal. But we kind of do the same thing in Resolution, where we play with misdirection, and it's also, this one, although it is still very character-based and humor-based, we actually have romance, which is nice, instead of bromance. And
There's a girl in it, thank God.
yeah, as a girl, it's awesome. And what's kind of fun about that is like the ultimate misdirection is that that a lot of people think that they're in a horror movie, and it turns out that they are in a romance. So.
No, that sounds good.
And our third one is our Goodbye to Fantasia video.
Oh my goodness.
Which
When is that premiering?
That'll
well,
premiere
I'm
soon.
cutting it tonight. So.
So very soon. The
big.
immediate future.
It's
Yes.
really big.
Yeah.
It's
It's a huge budget. Actually, the biggest budget we've worked with.
Yeah,
so far.
CUTV actually said they'd air it for 3 hours straight.
We
Yeah.
could do that.
Yeah.
Please
I'm
do
not
that.
even kidding.
Then please
See,
do
look,
it.
cameraman says yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll do it.
All
3
right.
hours straight.
Just
I'll get to you.
loop
Live
it.
broadcast.
Just loop it.
We could
Please
do
do that.
Yeah, we will. Thank you guys so much. It's been a pleasure. So anyone else, if you haven't figured out, we're talking about the movie Resolution. These are the lovely filmmakers. Definitely check it out when it either comes to town or comes out on DVD. Thank you.
We're gonna miss you.
Thanks, guys.